Hello students and welcome to this lecture session on project management. In this lecture session we will discuss the introduction to project, then phases of a project life cycle followed by the various elements and features of a project, and what do you mean by a term project management. So if anybody needs any help or any kind of notes related to MBA, BCom or BBA or any other subject related to management, you can email me on my email address, which is given below, that is kamaljakjeetsidhu@gmail.com. Project is simply a set of activities that are needed to be completed in order to reach a specific outcome within a specific time frame. We can also say that a set of activities, a set of inputs and outputs required to achieve a particular goal is known as the project. So these are some of the important attributes of every project. First one is specific objectives, then is a specified time frame during which the project is needed to be completed, and the course of action, that how the project will be completed within a specific time frame. So this diagram shows clearly explains the completion of a project. As shown in the diagram, that during the starting, or we can say when the project is initiated, there is less information related to the project, and due to which the uncertainty and the risk with the project are more. But with the passage of time, when the project approaches its completion stage, the uncertainty decreases. So these are some of the examples of a project, like developing a new product or a service, then renovating a house, designing something like designing of a vehicle or automobile, then is modifying something. Then we can say that organizing a meeting or a marriage is also a project. As we have already discussed, that a project is an economic activity with well defined objectives and time frame. So these are some of the other important characteristics of a project. The first one is well defined objectives. So the project cannot be initiated or started without any purpose. So its objectives are needed to be defined in the beginning. Then is the teamwork. So the project can be completed in a particular time frame if all the work is properly delegated to the team members. The coordination between the team members is also important for the completion of a project. Then is the well defined time frame. This we have already discussed, that every project is needed to be completed in a given specified time. Then the fourth one is ownership. So every project has an owner who can be an individual or an organization. The owner can be from a private sector, public sector, or jointly owned by a private or a public. Any government organization can also be a owner of any particular project. Then is the lifespan. This is as we have already discussed in the time period also, that every project has a limited or a specified lifespan. We can say that the project ends when all the objectives of the project are accomplished. Then is the project life cycle. So several stages comprise a project life cycle. These stages are closely linked to each other. We will be discussing this in detail later in this video. Then is the uniqueness. So the project is always unique. The objectives or the characteristics of location, then of the features and other factors make a project unique or different from any other project. Then is flexible in nature. So all through the project work or project life cycle stages, as per the specified objectives, the work is done as per the specified objectives, but it cannot be totally rigid. The changes which can occur due to the change in the working environment or change due to product life cycle stages should be adjusted into the project or into the completion of the project. Then is the customer oriented. So the projects are initiated in order to satisfy the customer needs. The project objectives basically are based on the demands that are to be met by the organization, that these demands are related to the customers. We can say these are basically the customer demands. Then is risk and uncertainty. So as we know that in every project, risk and uncertainty are always associated with all its stages. So the risk and uncertainty defines the passage of a project through from the beginning to the completion. So when we go towards the or we travel towards the completion of a project, the risk and uncertainty decreases with time. These are some of the needs which initiate the project, or we can say in order to fulfill these needs or these requirements, a project is started. The first one is for starting a new business or a venture, or you want to develop a new product. Then is for development or modification of existing project, means you want to bring any new features into the existing project or a product, then a project is initiated. Then is if you want to relocate your business or a plant. For example, you are closing your branch and you are relocating it to some another city. So that whole process is itself a project. Then the community service activities like blood donation camps, medical checkup camps, cleaning of parks, all are considered as a project. Then project can also be initiated to fulfill some legal obligations, like in order to fulfill the tax payment requirements or some any other type of legal documentation if you want to complete, that is also a sort of project. Then is for implementation of new techniques or process, you want to introduce new process or new rules and regulation within your organization, or you want to bring some change in the organization process, that is also covered under a project. Then is for re-engineering purpose, in order to reduce cost or reduce the wastages or to bring some organizational changes. All these requirements need a project to be initiated. This is the time quality cost triangle which defines the scope of any particular project. So the cost defines the funds required to complete a project, as we have discussed in the elements of a project. Then the quality. So quality is a course of actions, or we can say a well defined or a standard which are required for a completion of a project, or the expectations from the project. And time is the specific time period during which the project is required to be completed. So in this triangle, or a time quality cost triangle, also explains that if we lowers cost or a quality or decreases time, we have to accordingly adjust the other two. For example, if we decrease the time period, we have to adjust the cost, and we have also had to adjust the quality. And similarly it is in the other cases also, in case of cost and quality. So these three has to be maintained properly in order to achieve a successful project completion. Four basic elements, or we can say four basic components of a project. Number one is scope. So it is the basic requirement for setting any project, or we can say that what is the aim of the or the need of the project is defined in scope. Second is time period. So this is the specific time and during which the project is required to be completed successfully. The time period can vary from a month or a day or to a year, depending upon the type of project. Then the third is quality. So quality defines the standard according to which the project is made. We can also say that quality is also the customer's expectations from that particular project. And the last and the most important one is the resources. So the machines, the equipments, the land, labor, and the most important one, the funds, are the main resources that enables the timely successful completion of a project. So these are the four basic or the four major elements that are required for the successful completion of a project. Project life cycle is defined as the sequence of various phases through which a project goes from its starting to completion stage. So the project life cycle should be flexible in nature so that it can be modified as per the need of the business organization. Every project life cycle has four phases, which are also known as the life of a project. So we will discuss these four phases one by one. The first one is project initiating phase. So this is the starting phase of a project where the goals of a project are accomplished. The project manager creates a project charter. The project charter includes the project purpose, the objective, the working, the risk and uncertainty associated with the project, the name and authority of a project along with the project sponsor and with the specific stakeholders are also included in this project charter. Then second is the planning phase. So this phase defines how the project operations are to be performed to make it successful. It can be further of this planning phase is further of two types. The first is strategic planning. So overall planning techniques that are to be used are defined at this phase. Then is implementation planning. So this defines how the strategic planning techniques will be applied to the project in the next execution stage. Then comes the third stage, which is the execution phase or execution stage. In this phase, the techniques and the processes which are defined in the earlier planning phase are actually implemented. The main responsibility of a project manager at this stage is the supervision and control so that any kind of error at this stage can be removed. Then the last is terminating or termination phase. So this is the last phase of a project life cycle. So it marks the closure of the project when all the major objectives of the project are accomplished. So the understanding of project life cycle is very important for studying the project. So these four stages can be easily understood from the diagram as shown here. In this lecture session, we have already discussed that what is project, what are the features of a project, and various elements, important elements of a project, along with project life cycle phases. So in order to manage all these activities related to project, the project management is required. So we can define that project management is a discipline of planning, organizing, motivating and controlling of all the resources which are related to the project and are required to be addressed so that the project can be successfully completed within a specified time frame. So the main challenges of a project manager or we can say a project management is to achieve the project goals and objectives while keeping the other issues like the project scope and project scope, time and quality and cost into consideration. So we can also say that the project management mainly deals in the following areas, or these are the important aspects of the project management. First one is integration. Integration means that all the concerned departments which are required to work collectively or work in a coordinating manner are controlled by a project manager or a project management. Then is the cost. Cost means the funds that are required to complete a particular project. Then is the human resources. It includes the recruitment, then selection, training of the employees. It also includes the payments, or we can say the salary and wages of employees. Then is stakeholder management. It means stakeholders include the people who are associated with the project. It can be the suppliers, it can be the distributors or employees or the people who have invested in the project. Then is the scope, which we have already discussed. Then is the quality. It means the standard according to which the project is to be completed. Then is the communications. Communication means that everybody, or we can say that every stakeholder should be communicated that how the project is going, or when the project will be completed. Then is the time. It's the time frame or a time period, or we can say a lifespan of a particular project. Then is the procurement. That is, this covers the resources or the raw materials which are required for the completion of a project. Then is the risk, which is the uncertainty which is associated with the project is to be managed. So we can also say that these 10 are the basic functions or important functions of a project manager or a project management. So this was all for today's lecture session. These are some of the important questions related to today's lecture session on Introduction to Project Management. So in the coming lecture sessions, we will discuss some more important topics of project management. Thank you.